Hey, tell that y'all family at this time. May the peace of y'all come upon you at this time, brothers and sisters. I had to do a very important video at this time and give the reverence to y'all. And we're going to talk about offerings and the feast days. It's very important because in earlier times when our people was in the land, brothers and sisters, and going before Yah, all the words of Yah is sure and true, brothers and sisters. But Abiyah called the leaders rebels, those who turn away from Yah and disobey the words of Yah. It's very important. The whole scripture tell you about obeying Yah. Yes, carefully listening to the words of Yah that he gave to the prophets. But many turn away from the ways of Yah. They turn away from listening to the words of the prophets. Many of the people. I bear witness of this even in our daytime, 2014. Many do the same thing like our earlier brothers, what caused us to get put out of the land. Many brothers. And what I'm about to show you and share with you, the words of Yah through the prophets once again, that is very important, from Malachi, Moshe, to Yashayah, the one they call Isaiah, the prophet. Yes, Yashayah. Yah save Yah. It's very important, brothers and sisters, that I do it this way at this time, that you will learn to reverence Yah. I'm coming from chapter 3 of Malachi, beginning at verse 1 to 5, maybe 6. That's very, to show you the words of Yah, that you may understand these things, because we're talking about the feast days as well. Because this is the time of the year many people keep their own feast, but not walk in the ways and reverence of Yah. Because Abiyah is sure and he's strict concerning his words. And he says words will not turn back void, but you will be found a liar, each and every one of you so-called leaders. Because you can't be the leader of Yah and author the words of Yah, the creator, Bara, of heaven and the earth. Because to be a leader of Yah, you got to be exact. And you got to do everything he say, but not alter his words to fit your own agenda, your own desire, your own want and need. We got to submit to Yah in every way, brothers and sisters, and not leaning onto your own thinking. That so many people walk in their own thinking, in their own ways, but not in the ways of Yah. If Abiyah tell you, and he went out his way to cause a temple to be built, to let a temple be built in the land of Yah, they call Israel today. In the city called Yashalom, that they call Jerusalem today. Our brothers and sisters, it's very important. He would have never told Dawid this and say in your son's lifetime he would build a temple. Then he said go there 3 times a year. He did not alter it. He said appear at these 3 particular feasts 3 times a year. And 3 times a year today, what our people do? Follow us in the ways of the other nations that taught them these things as well, and keep feasts all over the earth, totally against the will of Yah, and come up with every lie to try to alter the ways of Yah, the plans of Yah. Abiyah do not change. If he tell you something, he mean exactly what he say, do, and carry out in every detail. That's why Abiyah said the laws, statute, and judgment. The statutes are the details, instructions, how to keep that Torah, the law, the Torah. So let me get into it. I don't want to make this video too long. I shouldn't have to, but verse 1 of chapter 3 of Malachi, they call it Malachi. It said, listen, I will send my messengers. See, this is the prophecy is coming. We're in that time period for the messenger to be upon us. Before me, to prepare. See, he said before he come, to prepare the way. And then the one you are looking for will come, see, to prepare the way for Yah. Yes, to get things in order. And you're going to see to prepare the way and also to clean the priests of Yah. See, every feast day require an offering. But you got to be in a certain state. The offering got to be in a certain state. It got to be a pure offering of an animal that you present to Yah. And the priests that present the offerings and the one that give these things to the priest must be in a clean state. None can be defiled about the offerings of Yah. You got to keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. It's so important that you understand and know these things. Know the words of Yah that I'm going to cover with you today, much as possible. So right here, he said, going to prepare the way, and then the one you are looking for will come suddenly to his temple. See, show you, right there, if you read Ezekiel chapter 43, and even chapter 40 to 47, it talks about the third temple that's going to be rebuilt. See, the temple going to be rebuilt. It's very important that you understand about a temple. That it used to be called a tabernacle when it was a tent, but then they built a stationary, a temple that don't have to be moved. Like the tabernacle, the tent was being constantly removed, but in a permanent place. He said, then suddenly he's going to come to his temple. See, but the messenger is the one prepared the way before Yah. See, everybody's not the messenger, so it's not going to be a lot of people talking here today that we hear today that bring forth all this confusion to our nation and all these lies, the lying spirit. That's why y'all said when he come back, he can remove that unclean spirit off the face of the earth. Right here. He's a son into his temple. The messenger of Yah, they got God, but it's Yah promised to bring you great joy. See, concerning the words of Yah. Yes, he is surely coming, says Yah of hosts, see, of the heavenly multitude. But who can live when he appears? See, who will be able to stand? Who will be, because this messenger is not going to alter the ways of Yah for nobody. That's what it's talking about right there. So let me keep reading, brothers and sisters. It said, who can endure his coming? For he is like a blazing fire. You hear the words of Yah concerning this messenger? I got a fly in my room, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to get. That's why you can hear me messing with my spray bottle. And so right here, let me get my place. Like a blazing fire, refining precious metal. And he can bleach. See, he can bleach, talk about clean, the dirtiest garments. Like a refiner of silver. And he will set and closely watch. See, so this messenger, he gonna set and closely watch as the dross is burned away. See, and he will purify the Levites. See, that means he watching the sin. He closely watching, carefully, the people of Yah. That's what he's telling you right there, brother and sister, the messenger. And watching as the sin be removed. That's what y'all saying right there, as the sin, the disobedience of y'all people be removed away from them. So they can fall back in line with Yah and become clean. This is what it's showing you right here, brothers and sisters, see? That's why I say he could clean the dirtiest garments. And put you in the mind of the falsehood of our people. He will purify the Levites. See, the messenger's job is to purify the Levites. See, the first one is going to be purified, clean of our nation The Levites. Why? It's so important. You're going to see that. Why? You can never get away from the offerings of Yah. You're going to see that. I'm about to show you that in a minute. I'm briefing you so you know what's coming in the following scriptures. A lot of people return the offering. They don't look at it important associated with the feast days. All the appointed times of Yah, even the Sabbath. Like of the time of old. Yah is strict concerning this. He never changed. This all is in the Torah. See right here, it says he will purify the Levites, the ministers of Barah. See, they are the spokesmen of Yah. They are the ministers. These are all the stuff you see in the church is fraud, falsehood, and fake. You got to get your mind past that. Don't worry about these preachers out there. They all false. Everyone. Every church is false. I don't care how much they sound. I hear people saying, oh, they saying some of the truth. It doesn't matter. It's still a mixture. A little bit of truth with a bunch of lies don't mean nothing in the sight of Yah. You got to understand it and allow your mind to see that and think the same way. Even in the beginning, in your Genesis, tell you about the mixture. Don't touch that tree. They have both knowledges of right and wrong. Don't touch it. Don't even eat of it. Don't even desire this tree. Don't even look at it too long. A lot of people keep going around looking at the mixed tree too long and desire to go back that way into Christianity. Some never left. So brothers, and this is so important right here. So they are the ministers that the messenger will clean of Yah, see, and he will purify. See, it's saying he, not many, but this one will purify the Levites, the ministers of Barah, the Creator, refining them like gold and silver, so that they will do their work for Barah. See, with pure hearts. See, the priests of Yah, the ministers of Yah is so important. Why they got to be clean first? Because they got work to be done that will benefit our whole nation and eventually the whole earth. See, this is the order of Yah I'm showing you, brothers and sisters. It's a lot of falsehood going on in this earth. A lot of lying, a lot of people talking, but do not know the plans of Yah. It's not the ministers of Yah, brothers and sisters. Like I showed you in Revelation chapter 1, how this fake Messiah, they call Jesus, Yahusha, Yahweh, saying you can become a kingdom. I mean, you're sovereign and priest. The whole earth ain't a sovereign. Our whole nation is not a priest of Yah. That's what I wanted to say. Not a priest of Yah. The priests of Yah come from the Levite tribe. Not everybody tribe is a priest of Yah. You got to know that, brothers and sisters. Everybody can do the service of Yah around the temple of Yah. Everybody don't present the offering to Yah. Not even all the priests of Yah going to do that in that time. It's going to be from the priests of the Zadok. You can read that in chapter 43. A selection of priests for the family line of Zadok will be charged to go into the Kodesh place of Yah. Yes, so you got to know all of these things in time come. So right here, let me keep reading. So they're going to have a pure heart. It says, then once more, Yah will enjoy the offerings brought to him by the people of Yah. That is so significant. That phrase right there is so vital. Right there show you every feast require an offering before Yah. If all of Yah is not accepting your offering at this time, but not until that time to the priest be cleaned by the messenger, none of the feasts mean anything to Yah eyesight, even though you can go back and read all the feasts earlier. But that was before the curse. That's what you got to know. You got to know the time. You got to know everything that is going on. This is so important right here. That's why I'm stopping. at this verse to express it to you, to expound on it. Because if I just keep reading, it's going to go past your mind. This is something I want you to meditate on, think about. Because a lot of people don't understand why is the feast stopped at this time. You can find it in chapter 2:11 because of Hosea. Hosea to tell you how I'll be our punished. Say, I don't want your feast. I don't want nothing from you. Because we was all in an unclean state. I'll be our sentenced for punishment. So he stopped the feast with us, but not in heaven. You can go back and read the earlier scriptures when it tell you about the feast is forever, this and that. Yes, they forever, but not for us for a period of time because we disobey Yah. He restricted us from it for a period of time. Even though they forever, but we got restricted our nation. He cast it out and out of darkness, and 2/3 going to die. He said, only offer I receive from us is the offer of confession, repentance, and return it back to him and learn to obey him. That's why in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 18 to 20, it tells you he's going to bring back home those who mourn for the appointed times. See, desire to keep them, but because of shame, we got put out of the land and could not appear before Yah at the appointed place. It's a shame, it's a dishonor, it's a reproach to us. You got to know all of these things. You got to learn it. I'm here to help you. Not to bash you, not to break you down, but to tell you, but when you stand against the words of Yah, I'll call you a rebel. This message focuses on the leaders because the leaders and the teachers that teaching on the falsehood are the rebels of Yah. I'll give you a time to repent, to turn as you hear this message. But if you don't turn, you keep turning your ears away from Yah, he's going to destroy you. And you're going to see that. So right here, brothers and sisters, it's very important. Let me go back up. He said, then once again, he said, then after the priests be clean. And then say, let me read it. It said, they will do their work for Barah with pure hearts. Then come, excuse me. See, this is before Yah come back. He said, then once more Yah will enjoy the offering. See, brought to him by the people of Yah. See when he gonna enjoy our offerings? And you go back and read, all offerings are required for each feast day, even for the Sabbath, for the people of Yah and Yah Shalom. See, the city of Yah, as he did before. You see that? At that time, my punishments will be quick and certain, and I will move swiftly against the wicked men who trick the innocent. You see that? And against the adulterers and the liars, and against all those who cheat they higher hand. I'm going to cut that off right there. I'm going to go over. So you read that in the time, the temple. But Abiyah has not come to his temple. So that show you, before Abiyah come to the temple going to be built in the time of the messenger. The messenger is responsible to clean the priests of Yah. I'm showing you the order of how the people going to be clean, how the priests going to be clean by the messenger of Yah. Now I'm going to say, who is going to be able to stand in the time of the messenger? Not many, brothers and sisters. Not many. So you got to keep your mind open to this message of Yah is this of this man of the family of Yah that is going to appear to the people Yah. As I go to Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 16. I'm going to start off right here. I'm going to go up to chapter 16, verse 13. I'm going to get right into it. It said, another celebration the feast. They got festival. Everywhere you see festival is the feast in this translation called the Bible, the Living Bible. Paraphrase translation. So say the Feast of Shelter. That's what they call tabernacles. The last feast of the circuit year, of the time period of the feast. The shelter must be observed. See, be observed. See, I'm showing you back in the time period when Moshe was alive. He was covering this and going over this with the people of Yah. So when you read it, you got to understand the time when I'm reading it. Yeah, it got to be observed, which we're going to observe it again. But you got to understand the time period we are in now are being punished. And we are restricted, our nation. See, a lot of people don't put it all together. We are restricted. But this is going over the instructions. If our people would follow this way, it would already been to this way to the day. But our people disobey y'all, so y'all cut us off and punished us. Restricted. That's why I showed you earlier, Malachi. That's in the time coming. The messenger gonna be on the scene and set the priest back in order, and the house is gonna be purified, and these things are gonna be reestablished again. And then y'all say gonna receive his offering. But now I'm taking you all the way back before that time, in the time of Moshe right here, when they would have been taught for the first time about the Sabbaths of Yah and how to keep them. So and the feast days. So we read here. So keep that in mind. As I read, it's another 13. It's another celebration, the feast. See, all these are joy occasions. The shelter must be observed. See, observed, kept watch for 7 days at the end of the harvest season. After the grain is trenched and the grapes have been pressed, this will be a joy that got happy, but it's a great time of rejoicing together. See, with your family and serving servants. And don't forget to include the Levites, the foreigners, the orphans, and widows of your town. This feast will be held at the, see, it says they got sanctuary, but at the temple, which will be located at the place Yah will designate. See, Yah designate these things. Men would say, oh yeah, all y'all designated in New York, California, Chicago, Texas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Hawaii. You see what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? Jamaica, Haiti, all these different places. Israel. All are false, brothers and sisters, at this time. Because the priests have not, the Zadok, the messenger have not cleaned the priests yet. So let me get my place, brother, right here. It says right here, it says this will be held at the temple, which will be located at the place Yah. But you know that temple been destroyed. The third temple got to be built. But we got to obey Yah to make it back home to build that third temple for Yah before he come. It says right here, and Yah will designate it. He said, Yah will designate it. It is a time of deep thanksgiving to Yah for blessing you with a great harvest, and in so many other ways it shall be a time of great joy. He said, every man, see right here, say every man in Yashael Yah shall appear before Yah. And this was the order. It's no excuse, brothers and sisters. How can you keep a feast all over the world and every brother? But right now, it's not the time for that. But we got people real foolish to do these things. They don't even follow all of the ordinance. See right here, we got brothers, millions of brothers locked up all over the earth in our nation. He said, it's every man in Yah shall appear before Yah, your Barah, 3 times a year. See that? At the temple. See, at the temple, not at your house, at some hotel or ballroom or wherever you may go and call yourself feasting and celebrating. Oh, you go and have a great time. But it's still not the obedience of Yah. So here it says, at the temple for the feast, the feast of unleavened bread, see, that you so claim to call the past, so and you call and you kept, but you keeping your own. You just use the name, the Feast of Weeks. You see that what they call not the atonement, Passover, not the Passover, the feast Pentecost. Okay, the Feast of Weeks that they call Pentecost, the Feast of Shelter that they call Tabernacle. See, these three feasts are must that all the males of 10. And don't forget all to bring the offerings and the strangers in your town and all these people with you. He said, on each of these occasions, bring a gift. You see that? To Yah. See, when you bring the gift to Yah, you bring the priests represent Yah. You bring this gift and you give it to the priests of Yah. Right now, we got no clean priests. Right now, majority of our people don't even know who the priests are of Yah. See, the messenger, that's why I said, who will stand, be able to bear when he come? The messenger of Yah going to say, order this in order, brothers and sisters. You all out of order. All of you so-called leaders got these places all over the United States and dragging people from here to there, wasting a lot of money and time. When I've been telling you, we got the rally, come together. We could be in one location. We could put our money in one location and build together and to protect our nation in obedience of Yah. But you know what you do? You turn your ear away from me. Because you got agendas. You got plans of your own, but not the will of Yah. You all are liars. Y'all going to destroy you if you don't turn to him. With a pure heart, brothers and sisters. These are the facts of Yah, brothers and sisters, I'm giving you. He said, on each occasion of these occasions, bring a gift to Yah. Give as you are able, according as Yah has blessed you. Appoint judges and administrative officials for all the cities of Yah, your Barah, is giving you. They will administer justice in every part of the land. See, these are the words of Yah. And that he told Moshe to do these things. In my conclusion, I'm going to go to Isaiah. I'll show you that. I wanted to show you the feast time. I'll show you 3 feasts that is special and did to Yah. That we must keep it according to the ways of Yah. And appear all males. And some, half, part. You got organizations. You got groups. You're so divided. You think your group clandestine down, especially that group in Chicago, Illinois, ran by Obadiah, Israel, thinking they so set apart, but you're so set apart away from Yah. You proclaim the name of Yah, but that's not the worst group. There's many others. But at least they don't keep the feast days, Father, I know of. But they keep the Sabbath, but out of the will of Yah. Not even on the right date. So these things are the facts, brothers and sisters. I should sugarcoat nothing on Yah news. I got to bring a straight cut in the way it is, brothers. Because for us to get organized, we got to learn to obey Yah and comply to Yah and remove further away from Christianity as I go in chapter 1 of Isaiah, Yahshua the prophet. Brothers and sisters, I want to show you something that is so important right here. Right here in verse, I'm going to start off verse 1, verse 18. It says, come, let's talk this over, says Yah. No matter how deep the stain of your sins, I can take it out and make you as clean as freshly fallen snow. Even if you are stained as red as crimson, I can make you white as wool. If you will only let me help you, if you will only obey, then I will